Hello and welcome back. My name is Nate Wadani. Today I want to share with you the Warrior One pose. This is a really classic Hatha Yoga pose and really powerful because it opens up your hips and gives your hips some extension. You know, we're sitting a lot, right? We're sitting in the car, we're sitting to eat, we're sitting watching TV, we're sitting at work quite often. So hours and hours and hours a day sitting with your hips in flexion. This is a really good counter pose because you're going to open up and extend your hips. Same thing for your spine. The Warrior One gives your spine some extension, whereas little by little everything's in front of us all day. We're generally in flexion, we're rounding and hunching and leaning. So this is an incredible counter pose to most of our daily activities. So just like in yoga, there's always counter poses. One stretch needs to be balanced by another. So if your day has you hunching and sitting and rounding, you're going to need to do some opening and back bending and extensions. So the Warrior One, though, can be tricky because it's a bit of a balance pose, and I'm going to show you how the balance bar can help make it more accessible and also provide some additional benefits for your upper body as well as for your balance. So I'll show you from the side view here. First, you'll just start off on the top of your mat and take your balance bar in your right hand, and then you're going to step back with your right foot. So take a big step, and the back heel is down on the ground, and it's just angled slightly out. Your toe is slightly out, so it's about 30 degrees or so. And then you just bend your front knee, typically over your ankle. You want to avoid the common issues of collapsing your knee toward the midline or collapsing it outward. Generally, this is from weak adductors or abductors if your knees are collapsing one way or the other. And so the first thing you can do with your balance bar to help with that is if you tend to collapse to the inside. So generally, the abductors, the outer edges of your leg, are strong. So you can put your balance bar on the outside and you actually press your knee against it. So because you want to strengthen these muscles here, so you give it a little resistance. And so in your Warrior One, you can just practice also pressing outward. Now, if you press outward without it, your knee just goes too far. So having that resistance there allows you to strengthen those abductors, and you won't go out of alignment. Same thing with the other way. So if it's your adductors then that are weak, and so your leg is going out this way, put your bar on the inside of your leg, and then you can press to the middle. Not forcefully, but just adding that little bit of pressure can really help with your knee alignment, okay? So that's how you can adjust the front leg. Now, using it for balance. Pretty simple. You just hold it in the opposite hand, and you now have 3 points of contact with the floor. So if you really suffer and struggle with balance, this can be really helpful. Now, you could obviously lean on a wall or a chair, but that's often overly stable. You're just going to kind of rely on it too much. With the balance bar, you can just hold it lightly. You can then also lift it up and put it down as needed. So later, when you're ready to move your upper body, you can then take the same hand as your leading leg and raise it up. So from the side view, the right leg is back, left leg is forward, right hand has the bar, and the left hand can start to rise. Okay? And especially when you start looking up and away from the ground, having this extra support here can be really helpful. So just a light touch on the balance bar, and then you can get that spinal extension in Warrior One. Now, if you're pretty confident in your balance, you can take the bar and you can put your two hands, palms facing up with your thumbs out like this. And this then, as you raise up, will give your arms a sense of stability. Okay? So what happens here, when you're externally rotating your hands, your arm bones and your shoulders will sit more properly on your back. So the balance bar will hold and support that proper shoulder alignment. So you can do that just like this. Okay? Now, let's do the other side. So when you're done, step forward. Now your left foot, step back. And again, you can adjust your front leg if you want to support the inside or the outside by strengthening the counter muscles. You can do that. You can use it for balance. Often, if you're trying to improve your balance, one nice thing about using the balance bar is you can close your eyes or blink slowly. And by taking away your visual senses, you're going to challenge your proprioception, the senses of your body, and the other factors that play into your balance, such as your strength and reflexes. So try, especially with the balance bar, you don't need to worry about falling. Try closing your eyes or blinking slowly or looking up. And notice how much more difficult it is. Now, if you're feeling confident in your balance, you can raise 2 hands up, palms face up, and your thumbs go out. And you can raise up into a full expression. Okay, and there's one more variation. Now, if you want to make this a little more challenging, all you have to do is lift the back heel. So you move it from warrior one into a crescent lunge. So if your right leg is back, instead of putting your heel down, you just keep your heel up. And your toes are pointing straight forward instead of pointing out to the side. And same thing as warrior one, you can lightly touch the bar. You can raise 1 hand, or you can raise 2. You can do it with your eyes open, or for a challenge, try it with your eyes closed. Okay, when you're ready, step forward, and then switch. So left leg back. And challenge your balance as needed. It's good to feel a little wobble. If you're not finding the wobble, blink slowly or close your eyes, and you're going to improve your balance much more quickly. Alright, so those are some ways you can incorporate the balance bar into your Warrior One to make it more accessible, to help with your alignment, and also to provide some challenge to some other parts, such as being able to then close your eyes without worrying about falling over. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can press like on the video. You can subscribe to our channel to make sure you get the next videos. And if you know somebody who might benefit from this, go ahead and share this with them. You can send them through email, and they might really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.